Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Models Room, Models Shenanigans. It is the 2nd of April, 2025. You've got me, the two bros, and Mr. Marley Down Under. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello. G'day.
Right, so let's go around everybody, and let's start there. Hey, Mr. Marley, how are they?
Oh, he's good. He's good. Not much happened today. I went to Fighter World as I usually do on Wednesdays. Spoke to some people, sat down, had a coffee. That's about it, really. Had a good conversation with a guy about a Merlin. He was asking lots of. He was genuinely interested in how they worked. Like, I don't think he knew much about engines at all, but he heard it's a legend and wanted it. So I explained it all. It was just like, how do you know all this? Well, it's an engine,
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Yeah, all that. And then, left there. Went to Fighter World, got some paint for this MiG-23. So this is the thing. That's a color that the color guide. I probably can't see much because of the lighting, but it's green, and dark green, pretty much. It's not like that at all. So the colors I've chosen are those ones. Like it's an ochre, a light green, a black green, and a blue. Russian Air Force light blue. That'll have to be right. But I'll do that. Apart from that, not much happened. I'm back to the studio.
Okay, what are you working on?
Oh, so MiG-23. So let's go to the bench. So the other thing that yesterday I did started. You'll recall that I'm building, amongst other things, a cricket ball out of a ball tank.
Yep.
Right. So I'll do this MiG-23 first. Oh, the camera's a bit close, but not much achieved. Basically, just going over all the seams and trying to just get rid of all the holes and everything else. So still got a long way to go. Well, not on that so much. It's almost ready for primer and paint. I don't have a canopy mask, so what I'm going to do on today's show, I think, is just going to have a go at masking off a canopy there. But I'll drop the seat in later on. The ball tank. So yesterday's stream with Mikey, I went for started basically. Oh, there we go. Drilling lots of holes, so it'll be stitched like a cricket ball.
Nice.
So, so the middle ones will be sort of blanket stitch, if you like, and the outside ones will be much the same, but they'll be going on an angle. So I did one side of this just to see if the concept worked, and it looked fine. Took it all out again because I need to paint it red, but I'll just need to do that for the other 3/4 of the tread. It's taken a while. It's not done yet. I've got to double the holes on the other side there. But
wow.
Yeah, that's 2 hours work. So I've got another 6 hours before I get on with it and lace it up. But we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that's going to be brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. Love it.
Thank you. Yeah, as I say, MiG-23, it's fine, but I'm not losing interest in it. I'm sort of gaining it a bit. I just need to get it past this stage and get some paint on it to make it look different, you know.
Yeah.
But I think, as I mentioned, I'll have a go at masking off the canopy, which is all very nice. But we'll see. We shall see. I think I might just buy a mask set. There's none here. I'd have to go to Hannon's and then wait, say, 3 weeks for it to arrive if I go down that route,
Yeah.
however you want to say it.
Route.
Yeah.
Loops.
It fits. So, you know, hooray. And what about thee?
Cool. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Marley. Let's move on to. Oh, hello, little old lady.
Hello. Done very little. Very, very little. Yesterday I was on my own for most of the day. I've got a few odds and ends done. This morning I've done literally diddly squat. Modelling wise, nothing. But I've just put this on the bench with some paint. So I'm just doing the road wheels, the rubber on this. And then I've got other paint to do, tools, etc. On a number of kits. Obviously, the upper decks of this one, then a Panzer III, there's 148, and a Stug 3, again a 148. I've got tracks to do before I do the rubber there, and this little thing, which was 3D printed, if you don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And not all in one, but in little bits, and it was very nice. It's 1/72nd. Go on the back of a truck. I'll get there. At the moment, I can't really see anything. I don't know why. My left eye just went, not playing.
Oh.
So it's just.
It's old age.
It could be, yes. It's that.
Can you smell toast?
Or it's just my glasses. I've got a little mark on this one just here. And it's whether I just tried focusing through it, I don't know. It might have been that. Oh, there you are. So yeah, so I'm going to crack on doing the road wheels, etc., and little detail bits.
Yeah.
Not that bush. I need this bush. This one that's in the water. That's all I'm doing. What's Mal up to?
I don't know. Let's find out. Hello, Mal. What are you up to?
Hello. What am I up to? Well, normal day. I won't go through it. Just exercise, walk, breakfast, shower, emails, bit of this, bit of that. Yesterday, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, but having applied the matte coat to the AR-81. See, I went, oh, I've added the matte coat. I can take the masking off the canopies. And it's quite bizarre how doing that makes it sort of come alive. I think.
It really has.
Yeah, the cockpit was a real pain in the butt. And I've left the canopy closed because I like the lines of this thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a racing plane, but the canopy's nice and clear, and the seat belts and the gun sight, which is a bit, it's quite involved. It's got bracing coming up from the front, and you can still see the well detailed instrument panel through there, so that's all good. And I take that I had masking around the exhausts, those side exhausts, and inside the back of the cowl to stop paint getting through and destroying the colour of the exhaust. One failed, but I shall repaint that. That come off. But overall, that needs some weathering. and then that's going together. So that's looking good for Telford, or even Sunday, maybe. No, not Sunday. Take me a couple of weeks to decide that there's enough weathering on it, even though after a bit of weathering, I'll think that's enough. Then it'll still take me 2 weeks to decide that it is enough. Anyway, that's the way things normally go. But the Fulmer is finished.
Woohoo!
Actually done. Tenor wire, gun covers out of masking tape.
Nice.
And the last annoying piece was the pitot tube. I'd forgotten to paint it with the rest, so I painted that yesterday when I painted the masking tape, and came to attach it, and I thought the attachment point is a hole, and on the instructions it shows a dimple on the bottom of the pitot tube, and on the pitot tube itself there is no dimple. So I could have, having just painted the silver pitot, I thought if I try and drill a hole in that and put a pin in it of a right size and everything, I just couldn't be bothered. So it's just butt fitted. So that'll come off at some stage. But hey, it's done. After all, I don't know, 35 years or something. But yeah. And
It's
yesterday
wonderful.
I found a fairy firefly that was half built. So I'm thinking, oh right, well my Fleet Air Arm aircraft are increasing in number. I probably need to finish the firefly. Oh dear. What? I thought John was saying something. Yeah, so nothing's moved on anything else really. I'm going to do some decals on the Sea Fury because I need to get them done. And the reason I'm doing them on the Sea Fury and not the P51 is because I'm still procrastinating about whether to mask up this panel to repaint it. You can't tell, can you?
Ooh.
Way of telling.
Nice.
But yeah, I should just do it. I've also realised that I've painted across this part of the wing with a black stripe, and where the flaps drop, that wouldn't be painted. So I need to mask that out anyway and paint that. So it looks like I'm gonna be repainting this. So that's sort of why I've decided I'll decal up the Sea Fury and get that finished, and that can whistle for the time being. No movement on this apart from finishing the engine egg. That's me done. How are you doing, Steph? Submarines and shit.
Oh yes. Right. So during the show, I'm going to be working on the P51, the Revel stroke monogram one. So
Cool. What scheme are you doing that in?
not sure yet, but you've got you've got a silver one or a green one. I'm probably going to go for the silver one and try some
beautiful
stuff.
doll.
Yeah, but the problem is these. Look at the cracks in all those.
Oh,
yeah, you paint those on anyway.
Everything's bloody cracked.
Oh right.
Everything. So there'll be a lot of masking and painting and trying to save things and all sorts. So yeah, that's the one I'm doing. And I've also been working on the sub. Give me some, move some bits and pieces. because I need to get this out. Right. What colour would you say that engine is?
Ah,
Light grey.
Sort of greyish and brownish.
Sort of ignore the dark colour, it's just the light colour.
Grey.
Yeah,
Light
so that one,
Medium grey.
which it's slightly bluey colour.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying hemp.
Hemp.
Yeah. It looks hemp.
Which is that colour?
Yeah.
No,
Huh.
look, two different colours completely.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the colours in instructions are never right, are they?
No, so I'm gonna have to.
I mean, the call out of colours might be right, but the colours shown and very rarely right.
Yeah,
Oh, there might be. That's the dilemma, isn't it?
yeah. So that is what I've got to work on. So I've got to go and do a bit of research. I've got some books and bits and bobs. I don't think it actually shows the engine. And the thing is, though, this is a museum one.
Yeah.
So whether this is right or not is a good question. There you go.
Yeah, not hemp.
No,
hemp.
not hemp at all. The colour in
Oh, grey was always the best bet, wasn't it? Some
Yeah.
sort of bluey grey or something. Engine grey. That's what it is.
seeing what I've got. That's the thing. What's that one? No,
It's almost like an RLMO2.
that's what I was thinking.
Which is maybe where they get hemp from. Not that they're the same colour at all, but I mean,
No.
in their paint range.
Yeah, actually, looking at it, that is a perfect match. RLMO2.
That's an odd looking RLMO too.
That's just RLM light blue from Outlaw.
Oh, I'm glad you
So-
could get some.
A light blue, not RLMO2.
No, it's not RLMO2, but it's close enough, so I'm
Yeah,
going to use that colour.
that looks good.
So, yeah. On the sub, it's taken me 4 hours to do all the construction. So, I'm up to done this part. And then I've got that part to do, which is putting it all together. But before I put it all together, I'm going to paint it. So on that one, it says to put certain parts together. So I might just do that to add ease of things, because I've got so many different bits and pieces on different things. But I'm like, ooh, yeah, lots there. So yeah, I'll probably put them all together in their little subsections and then what?
Subsections.
I didn't even realise that one.
You doing that sub stuff puts me off ever wanting, not that you're doing anything wrong. I think it's brilliant. Just the size of it and what it would be to finish it and all the rest of it puts me off ever doing one. Much the same as seeing all those holes in one section of that Kugelpanzer to create a cricket ball, because I was thinking I like the idea of building a cricket ball out of that. That's a great idea. There's no way I'm doing it now.
That's the Type 7 I've built.
Wow.
And that took me about half an hour to an hour to build. So I'm using that as my test bed. So I'll spray this up in the right colours and then use this as my test bed to do streaking on it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to use as a test bed.
Cool.
And then I've got a same scale Type 9. And I've got a little sort of gyrocopter in 1/16 I'm going to use and do it in false perspective.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Cool.
Steph, I've just sent you a link to a Facebook page that's got a is it an S-boat, E-boat engine on it for the.
All right.
So it's in the original colour, so it is a light grey.
Cool.
So if it's anything like British Army, all their engines were the same colour.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, mate. I shall add that to my list of things.
excellent work.
Thank you.
Ah, bugger.
Tell you what, the fit of this bloody 51 is awful.
Hmm.
You get one seam lined up nicely and another one's out.
Which brand is that again?
It's a
Monogram.
Revel.
Oh, Rebel. Yeah.
Monogram. It's an old Monogram one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been able to. I've never built a Monogram. I never finished a Monogram kit.
And the thing is that it's got raised bloody panel lines and rivets. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean the shapes of Monogram kits were always very good.
Yeah.
Scales and everything. And the ones I tried. I mean, it was a long time ago not long after I first started. So I don't think I had the skills to make anything decent of them. But I wouldn't slag them off. I think these days I could probably make a reasonably decent job of it.
Well, yeah, you make a decent job of it. It's just a bit frustrating having to.
Yeah, well, exactly. When these like this Airfix one and these Tamiya ones as well. There are much better kits out there these days. But that's an old classic Monogram kit. So
Oh, you get what you pay for, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. And I do like the way the wings go in, and the fact that you can have this little section off.
Yeah.
Or you can have it on. But having it on there means you don't have a seam there, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
And the fit is really, really good.
Yeah, like I say, I wouldn't knock monogram kits just because I wasn't able to build them. Because when I was trying to build them, I was fairly new to modelling.
Yeah.
But
the most recent model was one of Ponch's, wasn't it? When he was an LAC.
yeah, there's that. But it's like Airfix. I don't knock Airfix for releasing classic kits because some of them are really good.
Yep.
And I remember building a lot of them. When I was
God,
a kid, I could build them, but I wouldn't choose them now because there are so many wonderful kits on the market from Airfix.
Oh yeah.
I was reading a review on the Jaguar. Well, not a review. It's Spencer Pollard's take on opening the box and that.
Mm-hmm.
And he reckons it's probably the best kit that Airfix have produced, other than the 24 Spitfires. And he reckons that the panel lining and engraving is akin. He likened it to Tamiya.
There you go then.
Which
it's like
is
Tampa fed. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's because it's in the grey plastic. Sorry, the grey plastic, the darker grey plastic. I get the impression that they've had a word in the Indian manufacturer's ear, Shell-like, and told them use the higher grade plastic and stuff, and it's paying dividends because I don't believe it's been moulded in the UK like the Spitfires were, which made a big difference.
It was moulded in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that they've obviously had a word with the Indian company.
Yeah.
Getting them to realise it's not a toy. It's they want high end stuff out of them. So that's good. That is a real step.
Gary Evans the other day, he read, it says "Made in India" on the side of the box.
Yeah.
So
I saw that. Yeah.
Was that before or after he had his little comment? Looks like I'm not a favourite. And a lot of people have got theirs already, and Gary's like, how come certain people have got theirs and I haven't got mine?
Yeah.
So I don't do jets. But I quite fancy a Jag.
They're very pretty plane.
Yeah, it really is.
I like it in the Desert Storm.
Yeah, with the overwing winders.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to build one, it'd have to be that because I originally was planned on building the Buccaneer, Tornado, and Jaguar, all in 48 scale. And I've got decals and everything, the nose arts, and wish I had now mask. So if I did the Jaguar, I'd have to do those two as well, the Buccaneer and the Tornado. So,
Here you go. What was the first British fighter to carry overwing sidewinders or overwing missiles or overwing tanks?
Fighter.
Lightning.
Yep.
I think it looks the overwing jobs. They're so different. They just look cool.
Yeah, they are.
The Lightning, they had to be overwinged, didn't they? Because the wheel wells would be in the way.
Yes.
Oh, good Lord, is Tanya all right?
Yes and no. A lot of that's Avery. I think she's just taking the dogs out. So because of the sinus infection she had, chances are her nose is very sensitive and she gets bad hay fever anyway.
Oh, bless her.
A massive crowd at Fighter World today, but there was a lot of flying. But the reason they all came down, we had an international air show here on the weekend, or down in Melbourne, called Avalon. You've probably heard about it because a plane crashed there.
Yeah, the display team, isn't it?
Yeah. But a lot of the aircraft are, positioning to head home and all that sort of stuff like that. So we've got a couple of F-22s and F-16s and stuff. So big crowd came to watch them, and yeah, they didn't take off. But all our guys were. There's a lot of F-35s going on, so people weren't disappointed. Oh, we had C-17, C-27s, all sorts of stuff. Wedgetail.
Pilot's still drunk from the weekend.
Don't know. Can neither confirm nor deny. You could probably read all about it on Signal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not been added to that one.
No.
No.
Notable in its absence. When teardrops fall. So these canopies are masking up easier than I thought they would or might have been, so that's nice. Sweet. There we are. My daughter had confirmation came through yesterday. Her car is being written off, so she's beside herself with grief. But
Ooh.
trying to convince her it's not too bad. In that, like, you know, found her on carsales.com.au. Replacement cars is in the same colour, badge, seats, everything. I want my car back. Yeah, this is as close as you'll get, I'm afraid.
Is that the same car that you had a model of?
No, different car. So that was a Jazz. This one is a Polo, and it's bright blue like that.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, at least she walked away from it.
Oh, exactly right. That's our main concern.
Yeah.
But yeah, the parcel shelf is out further than the rear of the car, so yeah, she's no good. Yeah, but Surge, the one that made the model of, is still here. Bastard just won't die. Mind you, its rego papers came in the mail today, so I asked Tom, so what are you going to do? Are you going to pay for the registration, or are you going to buy a new one? Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking, God, I wish you people would just make a decision. Adult the hell out of it, you know?
Talking cars, I had a massive surprise yesterday.
Yeah.
My insurance is due for the coming year. So I was expecting a email from the insurance company to tell me that they'd put the price up, and you know, as they always do, never goes down ever. It had gone down. I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it. I read it and read it and read it. And yeah, it's gone down. I'm going to read it again because I still don't believe it. I told the missus, and she didn't believe it. She said, "Are you reading that right? Are you sure it's the right insurance?" I'm saying, "Yeah, give over." But yeah, it's bizarre. It really is. I think there's something going on. I mean, I don't know about over there, John, but yeah, usually in my experience, you don't stay with an insurance provider because they always, even if you've not had an accident, you've never made a claim, they always put up the premium. Always.
Well, yeah, it's all about the shareholders.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the second I've been with them for like a second year because the mark put it up a couple of quid, and then the third year it goes up by like 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 and odd quid. So you phone them up and they'll drop it a bit. But by then I've already found something even cheaper. Same insurance cover and everything. So I tell them, no, why couldn't you just give me that in the first place? Then I would have stayed with you. But they never. But maybe they've been listening.
Maybe.
Which is a bizarre concept in itself. But there you go. Cheaper, not massively. But it was 309 last year, and it's 274 this year. So it's reasonably significant.
Yeah.
So yeah, having said that, I've got to go and check it again because I'm still a bit baffled by it. With everything, because everything else recently has gone up.
Nothing ever comes down. You're right. I agree with you.
Yeah, every utility has gone up. Water, stupidly, council tax, everything's gone up. Bloody government. Not getting political, just saying.
No, that's my job.
Yeah. But yeah, drop in insurance, car insurance, amazing. I mean, they got the tax through, for the car. That had gone up a tenner. Yeah, the car's not changed. Just wrong.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't actually mind the car tax going up as long as it did something with the bloody roads, but they don't.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what they claim it's going up
the
for,
road
isn't
tax isn't for the roads. It's not road tax.
Yeah, no. Because the thing is that they turn around and make the local councils do it. And it's like, wait a minute, you're taking money off us that you claim is for road tax, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
Because it's vehicle excise tax. It goes into a big pot. The councils own the roads unless it's a national road, like the A1, M1, which is then the roads agency. And they get their money from the government. But the pot of money goes into a big pot. That's it. It's not sidelined and ring fenced purely for roads.
Yes, but yeah, you're right. But if you're paying a tax on for your car every year,
Yeah. Oh no.
Cars have to run on roads.
Yes.
Unless they're a 4x4 that's designed to go cross country, and then you can't go cross country because there's fences, rivers, and all that sort of shit. So you're on the road. So you would imagine that some of that money would be earmarked to maintain the roads, regardless.
Yes.
And they'll claim that it is, but it doesn't appear to be because the state of some of the roads. And you can blame the councils all you like, and most councils are shit anyway. But there must be a priority somewhere to prioritise spending on roads, because some of them are diabolical. When they start wrecking the suspension of cars, not just the odd car that seems to hit that particular pothole, but every frigging car that goes down that road goes to the garage to get fixed. There's something wrong. Drastically wrong.
I agree with you.
Sack a lot of them. Basically, you're right in the way that it's supposed, because it's not a road tax. Everybody calls it road tax, but it's not. But somewhere along the line, somebody's got to take responsibility for the roads, and it should be either the government or the councils, and there shouldn't be so much of a problem, but there is. So they've got no excuses.
Well, I'll vote for you, Mel.
Don't bother, I ain't running.
He's getting too old for that.
Well, or he's too honest.
Ooh. It's just it's just part of the whole of the annoyingness with everything else going up. Everything. I think the worst one, though, I think is water. Water companies were fined to sort it out, discharges, into rivers and stuff. They haven't. They've made a profit, paid off their dividends to the shareholders, and then they put up the water bills to pay to sort out the problems with the water. It's just wrong. Whichever way you look at it, it's just wrong.
But as per usual, everybody else gets shafted.
Yeah, and the ombudsman hasn't said no, you can't do that. got to sort it out without putting it. All right, maybe put the water up a bit, but not other. And the fact that you pay twice for your water as well.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so water bills and then council rates.
no council. Oh no, council rates are something else. Water, you pay. You pay that. I'm not sure. That you pay them to collect your water off your roof and your land. Yeah.
Mm.
And then you pay them to deliver water to you that's been sterilised, etc. Yeah, it's bizarre. Water hitting your roof and running through the system and off your land doesn't belong to you.
Okay.
It is bizarre. And then, of course, they talk about they separate it from the clean water and the dirty water, sewage and all that.
Yeah.
So any rain coming off your land is dirty water. It's like, so you have to pay to get it cleaned. Have it pumped back to you so you can pay for it again. And then I don't know about other areas, but we pay by the cubic meter.
Okay.
Which is sort of easily understandable what a cubic meter is, because metric system all works like a litre would be a 100 by 100 mil cube.
Yeah.
So that all works out 1,000, blah blah blah. But you can there'll be many people that don't understand a cubic meter of water, and a cubic
you're
meter
right.
of water is a lot.
Mm.
Weighs about a ton as well.
Yeah, it's very close to a ton. In fact, it's a ton, isn't it? So
Gotta
yeah,
love the metric system.
Sorry.
Gotta love the metric system. It just makes
Yeah.
sense.
It just makes sense, doesn't it? Everything just ties in perfectly. Is that a dig at anybody? I mean, yes.
I don't get political.
No.
Much.
But yeah, I don't know. How's yours, John? Is yours cubic meters of water?
No, I don't know. It's just megalitres.
No, I was talking to. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, the other one.
Talking in the
proper
UK
one.
and talking to John, he's just ignoring me, I think.
I thought you were talking to Mr. Marley.
Well, I was, but
I honestly don't know how's Al done, because I don't deal with the bills.
No, I don't generally. I just get told about
We just had a new water meter put in. We had a water meter, but they swapped them out for a new one. So I'm guessing it is cubic meters.
Yeah.
It will be logical.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. I suppose a cubic meter it would frighten people if it was by 1,000 litres, wouldn't it? But we've gone from 22 cubic meters for 3 of us to 9. We can't work out what the other person was doing with water.
Huh.
Bizarre. So yeah, it's a big saving in water.
Yes.
which is probably why they put it up so much. Anyway, my question about Spitfires. Mr. Marley, I know this.
Oh no, probably not.
I know that Merlin engined Spitfires, so up to the Mark 9,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the prop turned a particular way, but that's not the can't remember whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise.
I'm looking at clockwise from the pilot's view.
Yeah, so Merlin engines clockwise, and at rest the elevators would droop. The Mark 14, the prop turned the other way, which is what caught some pilots out when I first flew the Griffin engine stuff, because they were trimmed for it going the other way. Anyway, but I have read, I'm sure I've read that on Griffin engined Spitfires, the elevators were up at rest, and I've not been able to confirm that since I read it a long time ago.
I'll have a read of a book I've got here. I'll see what I can find. Can't guarantee
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, I'm sure I'm right, but I've never seen a model depict that, from what I remember. I've got a couple of Mark 14s, but the elevators are neutral. But now that I always do a Merlin engine Spitfire with the elevators drooped, and I want to do some more Mark 14s, I'm expecting Airfix to bring out a Mark 14 in 24 scale.
Of course.
And Kotari a Mark 14 in 1/32 scale, which would be, it's got to be done. I suppose waiting for them to do it will give us the answer. But I'd just like to, if anybody knows, I'd like to confirm I'm correct, so I can slag others off. Or so I can get slagged off when I do it.
Right, let's go around and see what people have been up to.
Eek.
Mr. Marley.
Okay. Canopy masks are done, so I've moved on to painting the seat. I've decided I will finish this. There's decals to go on it and stuff, and I'll drop this in and keep it there permanently. I am so to get the canopy closed properly, I had to shave down the bottom of the seat quite a lot, and you can't tell now because I've just painted it like a blue-grey. It's a ghost grey, but I nearly shaved through the bucket. You could probably see how thin the plastic is in the middle of the seat there. That's out of focus. I was so close to it disappearing. So if it did, the canopy floor's just flat anyway. But I'm just doing a seat and a canopy, and moving on. That's me.
Cool. Thank you very much, Lee. And next we have Well.
I've had a few decals on for the
Oh wow.
serial number.
Nice.
Cool. And for on the spinner,
Hmm.
which actually, although they're shining at the moment, that doesn't matter because on the spinner they tended to be a shiny bit there. I've got to get this last one on because I just had it in water as you went. All right, let's see what everybody's done. So, but they sort of make the prop, don't they?
They
when
do.
you add these, they actually make quite a big difference. So. And they're nice and detailed. That's all I've done.
Cool. Thank you very much, Mel. And hello, little old lady. What have you got?
Well, apart from painting grey on certain tools, where the metal would be dark grey, Vallejo, yeah, dark grey. I can't see it. It's there somewhere. Done that, and then I put 2 coats onto the road wheels. Again, you can't really see them, but they're now dark rubber. I've just got to paint the outside rim up to the edge of the metal. Then that'll be ready to put tracks on ish, maybe. Which I've got another length to do, but I thought I'd give that a rest today. You don't want to see lots of bits of metal being glued together. That's it. That's all I've got done. Apart from I've got 4 road wheels for the 2 Panzer III type vehicles. So I thought we'll get them done as well. Little things all add up.
Oh, yes.
Yourself?
Me, I have got. This is all glued together.
Cool.
But there's a huge ridge underneath. You can just see the.
Oh yeah.
That's about half a mil step, and the same just in there. That's an even bigger step in there.
Lovely.
So that's going to be a git to get to. But everything else seems to be pretty well done. So I'll get my scraping tool out, which I've had out, and I've been doing the wing edges, leading and trailing edges, and also just scoring out some of the holes just to make them a bit deeper. So yeah, that's what I have got done.
Cool.
So if you 3 gents would like to say your batty ties.
Toodaloo.
Right, we should be back on Sunday. John and I won't, because we is in Hinckley. Hinckley. So if you're anywhere near Hinckley, pop in and say hello, and stay safe, keep muddling. And I've just chucked off my shouldn't floor. Bye!